Hello and welcome to Mighty Success Blueprint. My name is Nicholas Mighty. I hope you're really excited. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways in which you can actually have a super awesome day. How you can make your day really stand out and how you can really make your day really great. I hope you're really well and I hope you're doing really great, especially during this festive season. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe right now. On this channel, I produce great content on how you can be a better man, a better woman, doing the best that you like to do, right? And of course, I also share with you information on how you can build a real successful and viral business, digital business, right? And of course, don't forget to click the notifications bell as well, so you don't miss my other videos. So 5 key things that I'm going to share with you are very important. I can never ever overemphasize them, right? They are very important, because I believe that every one of us wants to have a really good day. And nobody ever wakes up and they say, well, today I just don't want to have a wonderful day. Everybody wakes up and they look forward to a beautiful tomorrow, to a beautiful day today, right? When you get up in the morning. So it's almost natural that you most probably want to have a great day, right? Now, if you really want to, listen to every point in this video because it is very important. Now, these 5 things work hand in hand, which means if you're going to take them up, you might want to incorporate all of them into your schedule, right? Now, you don't have to really take them all at once, but you can take steps, but write them down, hold them dear to you because they are really important. Your day consists of 2 different aspects. There is the physical aspect and there is the spiritual aspect as well, right? Which is the invisible. So you may not want to call it spiritual, but it is invisible. So the physical aspect is, well, I make sure I do everything that I can within my power to look good to the day, right? And the spiritual aspect or the invisible aspect is, I've got to help my mind and to help myself, that's the, my inner self, to really appear and to win, right? So to get there first of all and to win. So those are 2 different aspects to every day. Point number 1 is plan your day in the first place, right? So how do you expect to have a great day if you did not plan it in the first place? So if you really want to have a great day, and I'm not talking about just an average day where you just get by, where you're just sneaking through the cracks, and I'm talking about a really good day where you win, right? You plan stuff and then you get it achieved. That's the kind of day that I'm talking about, where you meet the people that you really want to meet, right? There is such a day and it's possible. And if you don't believe it's possible, I'm here to tell you right now, you can position your day, rearrange your day so that things are actually in your favor, right? So planning is very important. You've heard about so many quotes, depicting the fact that the one that hasn't planned has also planned to fail, right? So even if you don't plan, there is a default plan. But I'll tell you what, that plan is not upward, right? Because naturally, there is a force, a downward force, and it's natural, right? And you probably also know that you don't drift up a mountain, right? You climb the mountain, you take effort. It takes effort to climb. But it may not take any effort to get down the mountain because you might as well fall down, right? That's one of the ways. And of course, you can carefully walk down. But the effort in climbing is really effort, right? You've got to put in some work in order to climb. So planning is very important. Plan your day, probably that previous day. Let's say yesterday, before I went to bed, I sat down and planned my day, wrote down where I'm gonna go, the things that I'm gonna do, the tasks. What time am I going to wake up, right? So once you plan your day, what's the next step? Step number 2 is start early, right? Now, starting early varies, depends on what you really call early. Some people, 3 a.m. is early. For some people, 6 a.m. is early. Whatever early means to you, and this may most probably mean, starting your day within the early hours, right? and those hours might vary, but whatever it means to you, start early, right? Now, when you start early, you dictate the rest of your day. It's like a dictation, right? Because the things that you achieve early, as long as you start early and finish, it's just good enough. It will give you the energy to complete your day. One thing that affects the way the day goes usually is a drop in energy, right? Now, whether you're doing something or not doing anything, your energy levels might be affected as the day goes, to the evenings and to the night, right? Why? Because people around you are tired. People around you woke up early, and all this energy is around. And when you look at what's happening, really, it's really crazy, So, which means you're better off starting really early, right? Most probably, even when nobody's awake yet, that will really, 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 really help you. Point number 3, have a power-up session or a build-up session. Now, I call them power-ups. You can call them build-ups, or you can call them whatever you want. And these are usually in the first hours of your day before you do anything. Have sessions, and I'll tell you what goes on in the power-ups, right? As for my case, that's the time when you do really build, right? You build up, right? You build up, literally building up. You build up on energy, you build up on spirit, you build up on the invisible aspect, which is the spiritual aspect, which means you pray, you do meditation, you envision, you kind of see your day, right? Because you've got to see it, right? Make sure you see it before you start. Create the image that you want to see, and see yourself going to the offices that you wanted to go to the clients that you wanted to attend to, and see them responding to you well. And if you see that negative image, if you see the opposite image, refocus until you see the right image. So all of those are important. Now, when do you do those things? In the power-up session. So physical exercise, and that could be also breathing exercises. You want to load up on energy, right? One way to load up on energy is really, really having amazing aerobic exercises, right? So very, very, very important, the power-ups. That's when you plan. Now, I'm not talking about the planning for that day. I'm talking about the planning of your main structure, right? So let's say you're a coach. Maybe you have a job. That's when you really plan your strategy for attack, right? That's when you really plan where you're going to go next. Where is your next client? Then you begin to see, then you plan different things. These sessions are really power-packed, and you could divide up the time amongst the different things that you do during those times. But I would suggest that you do them all at once, right? Now, those could include meditation, prayer, it could include exercise, it could be, different other things that you might want to do in order to energize your inner self. Those sessions are very important. So the power-up session is one session that you cannot go without if you really, really want to have a brilliant day, right? So before you go anywhere, before you do anything, maybe you start your work early. Let's say I've mentioned point number 2 as starting early, right? So you want to start, let's say, at 6. Now, wake up 2 hours before, 1 hour before. If your power-up session is an hour, then you got to get up to maybe an hour before, so that you finish your power-up and then you attack your work, right? Very, very important. If it's 2 hours, then you wake up 2 hours before. If it's 3 hours, then wake up 3 hours before, right? So let's go to point number 4, focus, right? So focus is very important, and I'll tell you why, right? Now that you planned your day nicely, right? You planned your day, you know what you want to do, make sure you focus until you finish it. Now, you might be a mother who is staying at home, and there is some stuff you just want to get done. This is not just for business people and people that are going to their workplace. No, it's for anybody that has a plan for their day. Make sure you work it out strategically and make sure you finish it. But like I said, starting early, finishing early is very, very important to your happiness. Why? Because it will fill you with joy, feelings of joy. Feelings are very, very important when it comes to your day. And that's why you wake up and plan your day and load up on energy during the power-ups because you want to feel great, right? Those great feelings are the ones that will go out there and attract back to you similar energies, right? So very, very important. During these sessions, you want to focus, right? Which is my point number 4. Focus, focus, focus until you finish. Come, if let's say you're running a business, this is when you put out your phone maybe for the next 4 hours and attack that hit list. Maybe you could be working at your job. This is when you put off your phone and concentrate on your work. And this could be, in the early hours of your day. And the earlier you get done, the better. Now, what happens when you get done? Every time you finish, right? We love accomplishment, and every feeling of accomplishment gives you great energy, right? It makes you, it improves your self-esteem. It improves the image that you have of yourself, right? How you feel, how you walk, how you talk. So that's the magic. It brings some magic to your life. But anyways, point number 5 is give, right? Now, giving is one of the things that is really, really important. In fact, it should have come at the top of the list. Actually, all of these points are very important. So the last one is not the least of them all. It's very, very important. Now, giving sometimes has been misunderstood. When you talk about giving, it's not like it's taking away from you. Because actually, and you can study some of the greatest books, you can go to the Bible, you will find parables, stories like the story of the sower, and different other stories. And of course, it depends on the attitude also, but you can never sow or you can never give orange seeds and then come up with mango seeds. It's impossible. So giving should be a part of every day. Incorporate it into your day. Now, what kind of items am I talking about when it comes to giving? I'm talking about things like, things that you really want to attract back in your life, right? And one of the simple things that I encourage people to give is a thank you, right? Just plan your day, call up somebody and say thank you, just say thank you. I just rang to check on you, but also most importantly to say thank you to you for what you did for me, and maybe thank you for inspiring me. Your business is doing really well. I'm inspired. Thank you for being a good example. That will fill you with great energy. It will give you great, amazing feedback, to yourself. So that's very, very important. And other things that you could give could be material, could be money. Maybe you help somebody, right? But don't tie it to something that you already have in physical. It could be a smile. You can give somebody a smile, right? Maybe you can give somebody some support at the end of your day. And I always have it on my hit list, as my last item is to help somebody, maybe during, business, maybe work related. Support somebody. Bring up somebody. Are you experiencing any challenges? How can I help you? That's very, very important. So those 5 things will ensure that you really have an amazing day, a day that you've actually planned, right? Because for a day to really go well, you must plan it. And I'm using the word must because it's true. You must plan it. You must, first of all, have a plan. You must work the plan, by focusing. And also you must start the plan early, right? And when you start early, don't forget, very, very important, always give at the end of your day. Very, very, very important. Give out that which you want to get more of, whether it's a smile, whether it's kindness, whether it's, joy, right? Be joyful around the people where you are, right? That's very important. So thank you very much. So leave me a comment in the description below. Let me know how, you probably plan your day and what kind of things do you really incorporate that I haven't talked about, right? And don't forget, click the notifications bell so you're reminded when other videos come up, right? So I wish you a wonderful day. So thank you very much and let's